Wembley Stadium, known for two things: a legendary SummerSlam 1992 match between Bret Hart and home favorite Davey Boy Smith, and a five-star classic where Davey Boy Smith wins, and Electric Light Orchestra Out of the Blue tour live at Wembley. What can be said about the ELO? Truly, pop music, Beatles, classical influence, truly one of the most legendary bands ever. The 70s was the decade when rock music became show business, and nobody put on a better show than the Electric Light Orchestra. The whole world plugged in as the best of classical met the pop generation. The result? Classic rock. George Harrison himself once said the Beatles had stayed together, they would have sounded like ELO. But their Out of the Blue tour took them to another dimension altogether. Captured live at London's Wembley Arena in 1978. This stage show spectacular will live forever in rock history. Quite literally, out of this world. Shimmering strings and spectacular special effects conjure up sights and sounds that Spielberg himself could only dream of. Ole ELO, read the headlines, with no less than 9 top 30 hits to savor on this video. The music's more than a match for the visuals. Jeff Lynne, once of The Move and ELO singer-songwriter extraordinaire, went on to electrify the world as a traveling Wilbury with Dylan, Harrison, Petty, and Orbison. But he'll never surpass this laser-lit feast of stadium rock as a mind-boggling best. When Star Wars met Chuck Berry, the result has to be seen to be believed. Now you can see it and believe it as the light shines on. Talk about hype description right there. Jeez, oh Pete's. So, I reviewed, what was that? The one that was from like 2017. That was pretty dang good. This one is, oh yeah, pretty dang good as well. Produced and directed by Mike Mansfield, a gala charity performance in the presence of the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. Yeah. Oh, so what's on here? Standing in the Rain, Night in the City, Turn to Stone, Tightrope, Telephone Line, Rock Aria, Wild West Hero, Showdown, Sweet Talking Woman, Mr. Blue Sky, Do Ya, Lovin' Thing, and Roll Over Beethoven. That's a lineup for 61 minutes, I will admit that. Standing in the Rain is a nice, good, fun song to get things going. Night in the City's it's a little bit more, it's again, in between, it's more of a lyrical piece. You turn the stone, it's so goddamn catchy. Tightrope kind of deals with the, like having to stay, like how all the choices and everything we make, we have to try and stay. It just balancing pretty much. Rock Aria is just a good rocking out fun song, Wild West Hero and Showdown are are personally two of my favorites. Again, that's the first time I've heard these songs, so I'm not overly familiar with them. Showdown's got a little bit of a fun vocal piece with the guitar. Sweet Talking Woman, Mr. Blue Sky, Please Tell Us Why. So catchy. Do you? It's a living thing. And finally, the band just has a lot of fun with Roll Over Beethoven. Yeah, I think for most people it's either Rock Aria or Roll Over Beethoven that are their favorites. And I'll admit, the band is just playing their instruments and just going back and forth with great synchronicity. It's like, I'll admit, that's a dang good way to end it. Chuck Berry would be very proud. There's also Discovery, which is their 1979 album, reached #1 in the UK chart, spent a total of 46 weeks in the top 50, and gave birth to some of the band's most memorable hit singles, including Shine a Little Love, #6, The Diary of Horace Wimp, #8, Don't Bring Me Down, #3, and Confusion / Last Train to London, #8. These classic hits, along with other gems from the Discovery album, are all featured on this superb new video, which truly captures the musical magic of ELO, a band whose place in pantheon of popular music is well assured. Produced by Don Airey, Sharon Osbourne's father, so technically it's Ozzy's father-in-law. I heard he's a prick, but anyway, 39 minutes. It's like they've got these animations and special effects going on here. Shine a Little Love is good. Confusion, Need Her Love. Diary of Horace Wimp is probably my favorite. Last Train to London has got some funk to it. Kind of like Soul Train. It looks like a Soul Train was a little influence on the animation. Midnight Blue is a nice. Sorry, it's a little tight right now. I wish I'd be a little bit more descriptive, but it's 1 in the morning. Midnight Blue is a ballad. On the Run and Wishing a Good, fun, upbeat ones, and Don't Bring Me Down will get anyone going. It was also introduced by Tony Curtis, so there's that. There's a giant. Let's see. So there was this gargantuan UFO. I was meant to say like, hey, this music will take you out of this world. The band was trying to keep in tune with the monitors that were at front, but because of the acoustics of the arena and the UFO with the metal and fiberglass, they had difficult keeping track of everything, so they could only use the backing tracks or backing screens or something like that. So it sounds a little off because it was recorded in mono and poorly edited. It sounds not like everything is done, so with this DVD, it's like they corrected some of the stuff, but it still doesn't sound the greatest in the world. But like I said, you're here for the special effects. It's like, let's take the image and just have it be psychedelic, just repeating it over and over, just like whoop 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 whoop. It's like, here's the stage, here it goes, here it comes, goes just like that. And it's pretty cool to see that effect, I will say that. And I'm sure that the people who are watching on, what is that, the Sky Network, I think, is one of the UK's most popular cable channels or something like that. I don't remember. It was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, this is overall a really gosh darn good DVD. You get some bonuses. Camera work, it's what you expect. They focus on some of the members, cutting in between them, but there's no like stupid swirling effects or everything's tilted or slanted or anything like that. That's not here. And the psychedelic effects are fine, because this is like the late 70s, late 70s, and it works out pretty well overall, I would say. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just get yourself some water, just turn it on. It's good fun time music, and it's like the Beatles. It's like the Beatles meets classical. Very great stuff, and I highly recommend that you check out ELO, Out of the Blue Tour, live at Wembley.